Interior, ancient Jedi temple ruins, night. Moonlight streams through a shattered dome, illuminating a floor of cracked stone and a few fallen timbers. Kyla, a Jedi Knight in her 30s, lightsaber hilt in hand, her face a mask of weary resolve, stands opposite Darth Kallus, a Sith Lord in his 40s, his black armor scarred, his red lightsaber humming with menace.
You have come a long way to die, Jedi. This place, it holds no power for you anymore. Only memories of failure.
It holds the memory of promise, Kallus. Of everything we once were. I know who you are, Kallus. Please, this isn't you.
This is exactly me. The man you knew, he was a lie. Weak shell, broken by your Jedi codes. The man before you is now forged in power. Clarity.
Huh. Clarity? I don't see clarity, I see hatred. But I know you can feel it, can't you? You feel the pull of the light. I know it's what's brought you here.
The only pull I feel is the need to extinguish that last flickering spark of hope. The Jedi, all of you, you lied! You offered peace, but you left us to rot in your self-righteous rules.
That's wrong. We never left you, Kallus. You walked away. You chose this.
I chose a universe without fools. Galaxy without your pathetic order. And tonight, I will watch that order die. Starting with you.
Oh, I hated that it had to come to this. I'm sorry, my old friend. I'm sorry for you. 'Cause you've lost your way. And scene. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Bern Pockasy. And gosh damn, I'm excited. I'm excited, Benoit. Guess what?
What, Maddie?
We're switching it up tonight, Daddy. We are switching it up.
We don't say.
Usually we'd start with everyone's favorite. Who that dude? But we're going to save that till later. Tonight, We're starting off with everyone's favorite, Sucks Out Loud, Daddy. Because it sucks out loud. You know what sucks out loud, Benoit?
Tell me, Maddie, what sucks out loud?
Boxers and briefs. Why do we still make them? Why do they need them? It's the boxer brief or take a lap and plow your mama. All right? I don't know why we wear boxers anymore. It's too loose. There's too much separation, too much dangling, okay? You need it to hold this stuff in place, and you need something to block the rub. We got to block the rub, okay? Too many men are doing squats now. Squats is all the rage. Big thighs. You think you're going to have big thighs with boxers? You're going to be rubbed out. You're going to be rubbed out till next week, okay? Same thing goes for briefs. They might hold something in place, but there's nothing to protect you from the rub. We have to protect the rub. We got to protect the boys and the biscuit. Everything's wrong with boxers. Everything's wrong with briefs. But there's only one solution, and that is the boxer brief. Bern, I don't know what's going on. Are we in the Civil War here? No. Then why are we wearing boxers and or briefs? I'm sick of it. It's boxer briefs or take a lap and plow your mother. Bern.
Listen, I want to go out there. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to briefs for being an invention of a close-fitting underwear. And I want to say thank you to boxers for people being like, I don't know, that underwear is a little too close-fitting for me. Without the brief or the boxer, we would not have the vastly superior boxer brief.
Not
So
even
credit where
close.
credit's due, guys. You showed up. You held our nuts the best you could in what was fashionable at the time. But I can't imagine anyone being like, it's super tight or nothing at all. If only there was some middle option. Well, there is. It's been around for a real long time. It's called the boxer brief. And I think, Maddie, that might
Mm.
be the problem. I think we need a different name for this. The
Mm.
boxer brief allows both the idea of boxers and the idea of briefs to continue to exist in our brains. If we
Yeah.
gave this particular underwear a different name, one that mentioned neither boxer nor brief, because let's be clear, both of those options suck out loud.
Suck out loud.
I think the whole idea of boxers and briefs would just disappear from the vernacular. So I think the
Mm.
most important thing we do, I think we need to give a new name to this particular underwear.
Mm.
And let me be clear about something here too. Here's a weird thing, right? My son's 8, boxer briefs, man. He'll
Start
never,
him young.
can you imagine? He'll never know a world without them.
Oh,
He'll never, he wore his little, like, Superman underwear,
sure.
when he
Sure.
was real little. By the time he was
Nothing wrong
4
with
or
that.
5, he found
Right.
the super. Well, guess what? They also make Superman underwear in boxer briefs,
Love it.
and
Absolutely love it.
because he's an active kid, he's moving, he's
He's
shaking.
shaking.
1 minute he's playing soccer, the next minute he's sitting down doing a math problem. That's what happens
Mm.
in 3rd grade. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing you can do about it. You gotta be versatile. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
be able to adapt from one
Mm-hmm.
situation to the other. We're not living in jock straps or long johns anymore, guys. We've closed
No.
the gap, and the perfect closing of that gap is the soon to be renamed boxer brief.
Bernie, can I make a suggestion for renaming the boxer brief?
Maddie, I think that's going to be a really important step in the evolution of this.
So do you remember back in the day, this used to be this is a different type of underwear. It was a popular form of underwear for women. It was the boy shorts. Remember boy shorts?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm
Love the boy
listening.
shorts. Love the boy shorts. Right?
Absolutely.
They're
Absolutely.
great. Just great. They're just great.
Absolutely.
Look
Ju-
great.
ju-
Accentuated the rump. Gave
Accentuated, but still left a little bit to the imagination.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Great
It
look.
wasn't a
Great look.
thong totally, so it wasn't all the way up there.
But
But
it
yeah.
could scooch. It could scooch
Oh,
in the right
gave you a good
scenario.
scooch. Gave you a good
Give me a
scooch.
little scoochy wooch.
Maybe a little scooch, daddy. Love the boy shorts. There was a waitress that we used to work with. Her name was Monet. And I'll tell you, she wore the shit out of some boy shorts. Never saw him boy
Wait a
shorts,
minute.
but you can see the
Whoa,
boy shorts through
whoa,
the pants.
whoa. If you have something to tell me right now, we can go off air. But to find out right now on this podcast that you saw Monet in her underwear would blow my mind. In fact, I think I would start a Wednesday podcast on this exact podcast network just to dissect that, like the goddamn Zapruder film of the Kennedy assassination. Maddie, what are you telling me right now?
Burn.
What are you telling me?
You were there when Monet attempted to poison me several times.
When
right?
she filled up a rag with Tabasco sauce and then tried to essentially dry waterboard you with it.
Yeah.
And like the restaurant wasn't even closed yet. Like there were still a couple customers in the joint. I will say I love Monet. I thought she was a badass.
Love Monet. Love Monet. Always had a thing for Monet.
Well, listen, you better spell it. Come on. I can't not know that. Okay, come on.
If I would have gotten with Monet, you would have been the first to know.
It's just
first, second, third, fifth. I would have called you while it was happening.
I had a little bit of terror for a second. I'm like, this is the greatest story never told. How could I not know about this?
No, you've known about all my exploits from back then, and Monet would have been titty top of the list.
Shout out to Monet wherever she is now.
Love Monet.
I'm sure she's
Monet's
crushing.
doing well because she is a rocket, dude.
And I'm sure she is, man. She took no shit. Like whatever she's doing now, she's running something. Like she's in charge of something. That's for sure. And she's probably
everything.
And she's probably real good at it.
Yeah, I loved Monet, but you could see through her pants that she wore boy shorts.
She did not always love you. That is for sure. Which only makes you love her more.
I think she secretly had a thing for me though.
By the end,
yeah, I'd want her over. I had one forever. But I would say this too. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I want knock on wood. I get along with black women. I think. I think I do. I work with a ton of them, and knock on wood, we get along famously. I've always thought. I get along with all my coworkers mostly. There's a couple of twats, but they're none of them are women, and none of the only ones I don't get along with are just assholes anyway, and no one gets along with them. So there you go.
Yeah,
But
you've
either
never,
way,
you're not threatened by women. You like women. You're fine with women being like your peers. You know,
yeah,
it's I know the exact guy you don't get along with, and it's a dude, and I could probably tell you 8 things about him, and you're like, yep, those are all the 8 things that make me think this
yep.
guy is just a hammer.
He's a cock smoking ass pirate. Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of in the workplace. I know we're getting on topic. I'm a big fan of someone who gets shit done. So I don't care if you're a man, woman, black, white, purple, or magenta. I don't care. If you get shit done, we're gonna get along great. Okay? Because I
Amen.
like people that get shit done. But either way, you know who got shit done? Whoever invented the boxer brief. They got shit done. But this goes back to what I was saying, Bern. So there used to be a thing, boy shorts. They used to be more popular. I don't know if they're still around, but boy shorts were a thing, right? And it was a female underwear.
Hmm.
How about the boxer brief? Man shorts. Man shorts, men's shorts.
Mort's
Mort and Mindy?
just the Mort. Get me a pack of Morts while you're out.
Can I get some men's shorts? Hey, can you get me a sixer of men's shorts? Sometimes it's a five with a sixer added. You
Can't say
know?
because you can't call them boy shorts. You're not going to get the grown
No,
adult population on the
no,
deal there. And
no, no,
you
no,
can't
no.
just
You
call them.
can't even call, even if they were for boys, you can't call them boy shorts. I think you could
Even the
only
boys
have
won't call them.
called, you could only have called women's underwear boy shorts. Okay,
Correct.
that wouldn't
Correct.
have worked for boys' underwear
Anything
in
else?
any
Yeah.
capacity.
No, you're
But
right about
yeah,
that.
yeah. But no, I think men's shorts might work, or the men's shorts. I don't know, or
You know what?
boys to men's shorts.
How about this? You know what sucks out loud is that boxers and briefs still get run because we don't have a better name for the boxer brief. So
Oh,
guys, please submit.
let's go.
Submit
Come
to
on,
us your
let's just
suggestions.
solve this problem,
What's the
please.
perfect name for this piece of undergarment so that no
Oh,
one even has to think of briefs or boxers ever again? Get those names out of
we're
there.
done with them.
Send us. We're gonna have man 2, 3 total suggestions, but maybe in one of those something will come in. Right?
You
We'll
never
get
know.
some
You
match.
don't know until you try. I
You
would love.
bet.
I mean, it's like the wife beater didn't come out of nowhere. Maybe we could go along that route. Is it the sister plower? Right? Like, what are we doing here? You know?
It's the what if we call them snugs?
Well, damn. Can I get six
Snugs.
or snugs? I'm
Six
gonna
or
get
snugs.
snugged up. Can I get
Six or
snugged
snug.
up?
It's like
Everyone loves to snuggle. Everyone
it's
loves to snuggle.
it's
That's
soft
basically what
enough.
this dude,
Yeah,
yeah, it's what boxer briefs do. They're
they
incredible
snug.
because they snuggle your package.
They snug you
Boxer
up, right?
briefs snuggle your package just right. They
So
snuggle them just right.
if you're thinking like it's soft, it's like oh snug. That's a nice word. At least it sounds like snuggle. But also, it sounds a little bit like you got a weird old slug hanging out there. So like it's not totally neutered. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right,
It's,
right. Everyone loves a
someone all
good
right.
snuggle.
Someone beat snugs, guys. Someone beat snugs. Listeners,
Yeah.
let us know.
Can I say this too? Women probably don't know this, but men's underwear, it's strange. Why? Like, can we do something better than tape? Right? It comes in a vacuum sealed thing, and then it's either folded and taped over, or they're all
Tape.
wrapped in one and taped over. So it's like, now you got to peel off the tape, and then it pulls on the thing, and then, it's just a
That
nightmare. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why? Why? Just throw them in the bag. We don't need them taped.
yeah.
Who's taping? Why?
Ladies, don't even get me started on how many pins are in a dress shirt. All right, you guys don't have to deal with that.
Oh,
There's no pins in blouses. You buy a dress shirt, you're like there's 7 pins and 9 pieces of plastic, a piece of cardboard, and then some wax paper. What? This is just a
what are
shirt.
we
Just
even
put it on a
doing? What are we
fucking
even doing
hanger.
right now?
I'll buy it
Right,
on the hanger.
right.
Take it with
Would
me.
love to. Would love to. Would love to wear it out of the store.
But now when I go home, I go, well, okay, we're getting we're impeding on some other sucks out louds coming here soon,
Yeah.
maybe. But
Burn, can I
snugs,
ask? I mean,
keep it
should we even
snug.
bring this up? When's the last time you wore a shirt out of a store?
Wore a shirt out of the store,
Yeah. You bought a shirt in the store. When's
put
the
it
last time
on, and
you.
left with it.
Yeah.
Probably at the boardwalk, like in my early 20s or something. You
Yeah.
know, like I
The, I'm
mean,
think I'm thinking the same thing.
like it would have been something novelty, or maybe to replace a shirt that I had ruined, which I've done a couple times in my younger, wilder days, and was like, well,
Hmm.
I need a shirt. But I mean, conservatively, like pushing, you know,
Long
18
time.
years, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, same. All right. Very good. Well, Burn, that does it for Sucks Out Loud. Love starting hot. Love starting hot and juiced up. Double juicers. Double juicers.
Back to back,
So,
the
Burn,
Juicy Fruit Twins. No, those
I'm
are
gonna
double
give you
meat
an
twins.
option. I'm gonna give you an
Okay.
option. You like a good option?
I love a choice.
We could either do a new segment about fitness moms or fun fact.
I feel like you've put my entire brand on the line here.
Sure.
But I've been checking the old interwebs, checking in on these shows that we do for the people. I feel like fitness moms might be hot right now. I'm gonna go fitness moms. Uh, I love a fun fact, but this just means that next week, because you're not good at keeping secrets, you'll have twice as many fun facts for me, and that excites me
Well,
too.
I'll still do a fun fact after we do fitness moms.
Well, then fitness moms.
Well, how about fitness mom's dick in your mouth? Here we go. All right. So, you motherfucker. All right. This is what we got, Burn. The T and the A on college girls wasn't my best idea. I liked it, got some kind of thing, but now we're doing something a little funner. You excited? We're going to
Mm-hmm.
go over moms that want attention. And we're going to see if these moms deserve the attention.
So you
Do
know what?
they?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't cut you off.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, even though all of the women from the previous segment were volunteers who submitted, don't necessarily know if they were looking for that T in the A. But
No.
fitness moms who want attention, the intent is very clear.
Right.
This is the type of engagement that they're looking for.
They crave this
This
apparently.
is the
But do
whole gimmick.
they deserve it, Burn? Do they deserve it? We're gonna see if these moms, if they D the A, deserve the attention. So no T in the A if they D the A, deserve
DDA.
the attention. D the
Okay.
A on these moms. All right, here we go.
Love
So
this. Love this.
first one we got up. It's okay. First one we got up is they're on Instagram as deliciously fit and healthy. It's Andrea. She's a mother of four. She loves diastasis, hormones, and more. I don't know. She's a fitness trainer. She has, DFH training pics, whatever that means. But she's got a whole bunch of stuff. Burn, we're about to find out if she D's that A. Are you ready to see if she D's that A?
I am ready to see if she D's that A.
All right, time
This
to
is a
see.
great spin. This is a great spin, man. A
Love a good
really great
spin.
spin.
Love a good spin. Love a good spin, Daddy. I'm the spin doctor, baby. Old spin doctor Maddie. All right, Burn. Say hello to deliciously fit and healthy, aka Andrea. She's a mother of four. Let's see if we can get some stuff here. What do you think, pal? Does
Let's see.
she deserve? Look at these glutes here, right? Look at the
Yeah.
glutes.
Yeah. She's
Those
got
the
thick thighs for
thick
sure, man.
thighs. I
She's
mean,
got
they're not the
got a
glutes. They're the I don't know
they're the quads, man. The quads,
quads.
quads, and the hammies. But I mean, incredible shape for a woman who's had four
Ah,
kids.
four
Like,
kids. She was pregnant one time.
Oh, she's chopping wood. She's planking.
Yeah.
Um, I'll tell you what. I like I like her app. I like what she's doing. It really is just like, hey, ladies, you want to get your shit back in shape, like after a bunch of kids. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Like,
Hmm.
just target some very specific areas. And I would imagine all these exercises work just as well for a man as well, who is looking to, shed some lbs and get that core. um
You seen these vids?
I'm seeing them, the vidges. Yeah,
What do you think? Does she? Oh man, I don't want anything with kids. All right.
that's
Does
her fault.
she? Does she DDA? Does she DDA?
DTA, does she deserve the attention? um I mean, that's actually the best video we've seen thus far.
There's those
um
quads again, popping.
yeah, yeah.
She's got
um
popping quads, but no back porch. Look at
I
the
think,
shoulder definition.
yeah, yeah. She's the. I used to have a He-Man costume that I wore for 2 years. It really just had like big shoulders that you strapped on, and then like big
Yeah,
forearms and a chest plate.
yeah, yeah. It's
I
the
think,
the Homelander gimmick.
yeah, yeah. She's got a great website, but I don't think I would say that she DTA.
Mm-mm.
I don't
Mm-mm.
think that I would.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't think she deserves it. I don't
I
think
don't
she
think.
deserves it.
I don't think she deserves that attention.
Also, I just want to point something out. You see the weight she's using, right? I
Yeah,
have those same weights, but obviously a lot heavier because I'm a man and I'm much stronger than her. Much
yeah.
stronger. But I know that on the grips of those, it's like they're not smooth. It's like the sandpaper grip style,
Sure, sure.
right?
Yep.
Imagine just I've always thought when you see these like jacked women, right? They're doing pull-ups and shit. Imagine the HJ.
Weightlifting calluses, the calluses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want it? It's like either do it yourself at that point or just go have a man do it. Right? Like what are we doing? What are we doing?
I don't think she deserves that attention.
Nah. Well, you'd be wrong. All right, Burn. But that was our
I
first D in the A. Let's move on to our second D in the A. Burn, do you know what comes before part B? Part A.
Partey.
Here we go. Say hello to Gia Alvarez. Decking the halls with Gia right away. I know you're liking what you're looking at. I know you're liking what
Mm-hmm.
you look at. Doesn't look very tall. I know how we feel about tall. We don't want tall, right? Looks like she's got small, kind of petite kind of looking thing. Also, she has her own website. All right, here we go. This is Gia Alvarez. Maybe a couple videos here. Here we go.
We
Nothing
got some planks.
wrong.
We got some abs. We're doing a lot of core here.
There she is. Look at that jawline. She's got a jawline.
Yeah, sure. Sure. She's got a skull. I like my woman with a skull, both parts.
Right, right. She's got some abs showing. Really haven't seen that back porch yet. Let's see if we can get a shot of the back porch. I think we got one coming. Wow.
Here come your planks.
Wow. Really not a lot of back porch there to work with, Burn. I don't know. I don't know. Sure, she might be small. I bet her hands are jacked up. Her feet are probably smashed. She's got a hell of a jawline, some abs. But does she D the A? Does she D that A, Burn?
I mean, she's got a cool gym. The lighting scheme is very dope.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And clearly, she's a fit lady, but I don't know that she deserves that attention.
Burn, I'd have to agree. So that's strike
Mm-hmm.
two. Strike two on deserving the attention. Strike two. But Burn, we got one more. One more left. Sarah Haley Fit. She's from Santa Monica, California. She's
Okay.
definitely a mom, but I think you might like her because it might be a little touch of home, we'll say.
We'll touch a home.
Well, maybe not touch at home. Touch is something you're familiar with, I'd say. Maybe, in a way. I don't know. But either way, say hello to Sarah Haley Fitt. So she's definitely a mom, and she's got a little Irish thing going on.
She does. She's got the green going. She's doing the reverse, leg lifts.
Hmm.
She's getting back there. She's working on
Smiley,
flexibility,
totally smiley, you know?
core.
She's trying to be funny, got a little comedian going on. Really no legs, really no back porch. Seems just small with a ton of energy. I
Hmm.
don't know what kind of attention she wants, but it's just,
I don't
I mean,
think for me it's that
right.
attention. I'm
I'll
gonna
tell you, if she was
man,
a mean Italian lady, I'd fall in love with her right away,
yeah, yeah.
you know?
Too
But
funny.
she's
She
not.
looks too funny.
Too goofy.
To
Tell you, if you,
deserve that kind of attention, I need a little bit
yeah.
of a different vibe. I gotta go. No, I gotta go 0 for 3 here, Manny. I gotta go 0 for
I'll
3.
tell you, she doesn't look though like she's probably got as bad of calloused hands. So maybe you'll get a nice soft hand with your
I don't think,
HJ.
quite frankly, I don't think she's working as hard as the other two ladies.
Ooh, there you go. Maybe
You
she doesn't
know?
want to please. Look, there you go. She's worried
Yeah,
about making you laugh, right? She's like, I
yeah.
bring other things to the table. I don't need a H. I don't need to do the H. I
Well,
probably don't need to do the B either. I just
what
need to make you laugh, right?
when I'm trying to decide who determines that particular type of attention, we got to, if there's a vibe, there's a mood, and I'm all for, yucking it up in the bedroom, but or on the training floor, but when I sometimes you got to really focus in. You got to
Mm,
let the monster out,
mm,
and I don't know. Monster might be laughing too hard. I'm gonna go with
yeah.
a no. I'm gonna go with a no.
Yeah. 0 for 3 on moms that deserve that attention, Burn. 0 for
Well,
3.
hey, listen, we'll get there. I mean, I'm 1 for 12 and you're 0 for 12.
Yeah.
So
But good news, Burn, is that there's always next week to find a mom that deserves that attention. But that also lets us move on to your favorite thing in the whole world. Your favorite thing in the whole world, Burn. Is it Halushki from the St. Monica's Summer Fair? No, it's not. It's a fun
first of
fact. Are
all,
you ready?
I'm ready. I'm super ready. I was gonna say though, my favorite thing recently was the broccoli and shells from the St. Anne Seton Bazaar. But
Ooh. Okay. All right. Either way, here we go. During World War II, you heard of it, a pilot's machine gun ran off an ammunition belt that was 9 yards long. That's right. So, during battle, when a pilot had used all of his bullets, he would have to quite literally say he gave the enemy the whole 9 yards, meaning he gave it his all. Since World War II, this phrase has become more popular to say to anybody who is putting out 100% effort in what they're doing. So, given the whole 9 yards refers to a gun belt that World War II pilots used to use because their gun belt was 9 yards long. And you like, damn apples, daddy.
that's actually really informative because my
You thought it
only
was, yeah, it
well,
was
yeah, and
Taylor's, right?
I thought what Taylor's or like the only thing we measure in yards in the United States is goddamn football. So it's like the
Mm,
whole 9 yards.
right,
Like,
right.
but
What are
you
we doing? It's
but you
10
need
yards for
10.
first down.
You
Yeah,
need 10. Ten's the
yeah,
ten's the magic number. So
yeah.
the whole
Wasn't
9 yards
football.
always confused me. But we don't measure much else in yards. I guess we were measuring yards against the Nazis.
Good old Nazis. Won
How
that one.
many?
You ready for the next one, Daddy?
I'm ready, baby.
All right. In ancient times, it was common for newly married couples to receive bottles of honey mead as wedding gifts. The couple would consume the drink of honey mead during the first month of their marriage. That's right, as it was seen to promote fertility and happiness and generally good time. This tradition of drinking honey based wine over a monthly moon cycle led to the phrase honeymoon.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So honey mead, honey type of
Oh,
mead over a monthly moon cycle in ancient times led to the phrase honeymoon, daddy.
So it's like you get
Honeymoon.
married, and at some
Yeah.
point over the next month, your lady's going to be ready. You know, her body's going to be in that point where she's ready to, you know, she's ovulating, and you got enough booze. They stocked you up with booze for 30 days. It's like, hey,
Hmm.
just have at it every day. Eventually, you'll hit the right place, and you know, good on you. Hopefully, you'll have a male child.
There you go. All right.
Huh.
Ready for your next fun fact?
Oh, see, I thought I was going to get no fun facts tonight. What a fucking bonus for me this
How
episode has
about
been.
it? So, during the 1700s, the British Navy had a punishment where a whip would be used, right? So, the whip was called the cat of nine tails. So, when a
Mm-hmm.
sailor was up to no good and was punished, they were punished using this whip, the cat of nine tails, right? So, it would often leave the sailor too stunned to speak. This is where the phrase "cat got your tongue" came from. So the
Oh,
sailors, they would be considered to be an inside joke amongst sailors, right? So towards somebody who got punished, they'd say by the cat of nine tails, say, "Oh, cat got your tongue." I think also it means like if you knew the punishment was the cat of nine tails and you had a chance to say something,
you
you
shut the
wouldn't
fuck
say it.
up.
Be like,
You shut
"Yep,
up.
cat's got your tongue on that one." You know, you open your big fucking mouth, you get in the cat of nine tails. So there you go. That's where cat
Yeah,
got your tongue from.
that's great, dude. And plus, like when you got disciplined on the ship, it was on the, you know, it was on deck in front of everybody. You were
Oh,
always an example. So like, you ever get yelled at? I mean, you have because you wrestled, and but you ever get yelled at by a coach in front
like,
of your
yeah.
team
Or
so
like a
bad
teacher. Yeah. Yeah.
that you're just like,
So
I
embarrassed. Yeah.
just get me the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
what do you say after they take your shirt off, string you up, and whip you with a cat of nine tails? And you realize you're on thin ice. Like, you're going
Or
right back to the old bunk after that, man. You're not stopping to chat. That's the end of your evening.
or imagine this. You see someone get whipped with the cat of nine tails, right? And you're just like, nope.
Not for me.
Mutiny? Anyone say the M word? Nah. Cat's got your
Wasn't
tongue, doesn't it?
wasn't
Doesn't
me.
it? Yeah. So there you go, Bern. That's fun fact. Are you ready to keep it moving? Because it's time for a hoot and noon. You ready for
I'm
who
ready.
that dude?
I think I'm going first this week, right? I think you went
I
first
would
last
love
week.
for you. Yeah, go first, dude. Drop your nuts on it, daddy.
All right. I once got high with the bass player from Parliament Funkadelic. I once got high with the bass player from Parliament Funkadelic.
Can I, before I just, I'm going to
Put
write
it
a
in the
name in the
chat.
chat. I'm going to write a name in the chat, and we're going to see. All right, don't look at the name. I don't know if you already
Nope.
did. All right, go
No,
ahead.
I don't even see the chat when we do this.
All right, give me your list, daddy.
All right. Your list is as always me, as always Murph, Tim Casey, Ellen Gorman, and Meeg. That's right. Richie did not make the list this week.
Tim, Casey, Gormania, and Meeg are the ones,
Are
huh?
the plus three on me and Murph this time around.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelics. Can I just say, love them in SCU. Loved them in SCU.
PCU, PCU, PCU.
PCU. Fuck me.
Yep.
Love them in PCU. Shout out Piven. Shout out Favreau. Shout out Spade. Great movie. Just a great movie.
Really,
Loved
really
it.
good flick. Really good flick.
It's so good. So one of the best college movies ever. It's just so fucking good, dude. I
Remember
love.
how bald Piven was in that movie? And like 10 years later, he was an entourage, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, he looked 40 in the movie. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
and then 10 years later, he looked 38 in
yeah.
entourage.
It was like if
You're like,
Van
Jesus,
Wilder wasn't like so Van Wilder, you know?
correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Piven was just awesome, dude. He was the coolest of the cool, And then Favreau nailed it, right? Like he
Yeah,
crushed. He got
and
high, forgot to invite people. It was the
is
best.
is gutter. And you know,
Yeah.
for me, I've said I am an equal opportunity person. I am not a racist. I am not prejudiced against anyone except for one population in this entire world. And that is white guys with dreads. When I see a white guy with dreads, I'm just like, nope. No matter,
So you.
it'll never happen. And Favreau's gutter has some short dreads in that movie, and I still kind of
Yeah.
dug him. So I had
Still,
to
he was still
overcome
great.
my greatest prejudice, which is
You
white
know what
guys with
I
dreads.
loved is when they were playing like the feminist in Ultimate Frisbee and the stoners were just getting thrashed and they're like, put in Bloddard, man.
Yeah,
Bloddard. And it was a
Jake Busey,
dog.
Jake Busey,
Oh, it was Jake Busey. Ace
Jake
from Storm
Busey.
from Stormtroopers, right?
Yeah, you're goddamn right. It was Jake Busey
What was
leading
that?
those stoners.
What was the Stormtroopers movie? Fuck.
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
Great flick. Jake Busey was
Casper
great.
Van
As Ace,
Dien. Yeah, Denise Richards, little Neil Patrick Harris. Come on, I know my Starship Troopers.
great one. Casper Van
Anyway,
Dien.
once
Uh,
got high with the P Funk bass player. Me, Murph, Timmy, Gorman, me.
all right. So
Questions.
years. How old were we?
We were in our early 20s,
Okay.
very early
Uh,
20s.
was this at a show?
It was not at a show.
Were you working while this happened?
I was not working.
Okay, so it wasn't you weren't delivering things at a stadium where people would have shows and stuff,
Was
right?
not on the clock in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. All right. Those
Legal
were
or otherwise. Legal or
those
otherwise.
that was three questions. I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
eliminate two.
Okay.
Let's see if my pick is still alive. Who's that girl? Dun, 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 hum, ba, dum, ba, dum,
I'm
boo,
sorry.
da, doo.
I'm not familiar with that song.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
but if they stole our fucking song, I'm gonna be
I
pretty
mean,
pissed
what a
about
bunch
it.
of twatskis. Who you
Weird.
eliminating, Big Dick Daddy?
Well, it's up to you. So, oh, you want me to knock? Yeah, that's right. I got knock two off the board. I'm gonna knock off Murph, and I'm gonna knock off Mead.
Oh, oh, baby, burn! I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be a quick one. You can't see who I wrote in the chat, can you?
You
Can you?
can't, cannot.
Well, I'm gonna tell you who I wrote. None other than the man, the myth himself, good old Biff Sweater is in the chat. I wrote him in the chat. You said his name. I'm sticking with him. Put it down. Biff Sweater Tim Casey.
Maddie, great guess. I actually, at one point, me, Gorman, and Timmy went to go. I mean, we had a crazy weekend in Atlantic City going to see a couple P Funk shows at the House of Blues. Um, Big music fans, big funk fans. Unfortunately, the correct answer to that question is yours truly,
Oh, you
Benoit
slut.
Pued Cassé.
Oh, Benoit Payud smoking a Payud with a Pewd. Golly.
Went out,
Damn.
was working at a restaurant called John Harvard's my
Okay.
junior year of college.
Okay.
Got my friend Sue, went to the University of Pittsburgh. Notre Dame was playing Pitt in like mid October. So I called off a bunch of shifts. I was like, hey, it was during Villanova's fall break. And I'm like, great, I can't be there like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, called off these shifts like months in advance, right? So I drive out there. I'm driving out there from Philly to Pittsburgh on a Thursday night. I get a call from my restaurant in the afternoon. They're like, "Hey, where are you at? You're supposed to be here today." I was like, "No, I don't. I don't have any availability on Thursdays. Like, I don't ever work Thursdays because usually have class. This is my week to not have it." And they were like, "Yeah, but we knew you didn't have class, so we scheduled you this Thursday." And I was like,
Oh,
"Well, if you'll look at my availability sheet that I filled out when you hired me, it will let you
No
know that
Thursdays.
I'm not available on Thursdays. Yeah, but you're on
And you
spring
should have
break.
told me. Right.
Right. And I was like, yeah, but it doesn't matter if I'm, for all you know, I read to blind children on Thursdays. You don't know. It's just not part of my availability. So the general manager was like, listen, I need you back here. Like, I have you, I need you back here immediately or else you're gone. And I was like, okay, Marco, good luck with all that. I go out to Pittsburgh. I stay at Sue's. We go to the Notre Dame Pitt game. We end up going up to the roof of her Pitt dorm essentially that night. We meet Billy Bass, who has been the bassist in P Funk on and off since like 1977, but for the most part, like on. They had played a show in the city earlier. He had found his way back to this dorm somehow, and we all got super stoned on the roof.
What a life that this guy, how old was he at this time?
Oh, 58, 59,
58-year-old
60. You know
guy
what I
found
mean?
his
Well,
way
yeah,
onto like a dorm roof, what, your sophomore year or something?
junior year, I believe
Junior
junior
year.
year.
So you're with like maybe a couple of 21-year-olds.
I don't think I
Yeah.
was 21. I don't think Sue was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So you're hanging out
so
with on a dorm roof with a bunch of
yeah,
like this guy's just living living.
the man. And when
Yeah.
I got back to Philly and eventually had to find a new job, because they did fire me.
Sure.
And I'll never forget, I come in and I start working maybe like 2 weeks later at Vinny T's because that was my
Mm.
next gig after John Harvard's was in Wayne. Vinny T's was, the whole other direction.
Mm.
I'm walking around there. I'm getting ready to start a shift. And Matt Schlott brings in his good friend, his old friend, and his good friend from the business, Marco, the guy who had just fired me like 3 weeks before. And Schlott said, we got a good crew here. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing pretty good. And I was like, this guy is about to tank me to my general manager where I've been working for like 3 weeks. I don't know if he didn't see me. I mean, I hid. And either
Were
he didn't
they
see me.
he brought him in there just to like hang
They
out?
were they were buddies. It was his buddy.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah.
Marco was like Schlott, wherever Schlott was from. Like Marco was around there, and they're
From
both like,
Lansdale. Me and Schlott
yeah,
are
and
from the same area.
right, and like he's they were around the same age, so he was a guy he knew forever. They were both managing a ton of restaurants, like just the overlap. That was like his buddy was just coming in to check it
Yeah.
out, and I was like,
Yeah.
shit, that guy just fired me unjustly. I still say because Thursdays were not
Right.
on my availability sheet, but it is what it is. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my who that dude. It was me
All right.
again.
Here you go. You ready for some Who Dat Dude?
I'm at me, dude.
Here we go. I
You're so in
once
my head on this, by the way. You're so in my head on this. I've been thinking about this all day. I'm scrambled.
Burn, don't worry. You're fine. All right, here we go. I once wrote a rap song about my ex's dead mom. I once wrote a rap song about my ex's dead mom. Your possible people are your boy,
Jesus Christ.
old Uncle Matty, B Guzzler himself, Alan Bach, Bellberg, John Bell, Tom, Captain Jerkbeard Lavelle, and Alex, yeah, he's gay Lavelle. All right? So, I once wrote a rap song about my ex's dead mom. Me, Biguz, Bellberg, Captain Jerkbeard, and gay Alex. Your questions, please. Remember, think out loud on this one, Daddy. Think
Yeah,
out loud.
where do you begin? I mean, obviously you are pretty prolific in the Lansdale local underground hip hop world. You were known to write
I
rap
love
songs
throwing together a good
impromptu
rap about
of,
an odd subject. I sure
about a
do.
tough subject. Yeah, that
Sure
had
do.
personal
I mean, I am
implications.
guilty of writing a rap about shitting in someone's backyard on this
Correct.
show.
Right. Right.
In this segment previously.
And
You
yeah, yeah.
know?
Was this during high school or after high school?
After.
Okay.
Just after.
Just after high
Yeah.
school. Um, how long had the mom been dead?
Jeez. God. Oh man. When did they say she died? Let's say 6 years, maybe.
So so it wasn't like, I'm saying like, was it
I
3 months
think
later
no.
or was it like a
I
number
think
of
the
years
mom
later?
had passed away while we were in high school, so maybe not even 6 years.
Let's say, but like 3 to 5 years
Yeah,
ish
in that
is a good,
range. We'll do
okay.
that in that range, sure. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the mom did pass away when we were in high school.
Did the ex-girlfriend hear this rap and find it funny?
I don't I don't know.
Okay.
I've never heard
You don't know if
anything
she heard it, or you don't know if she found it funny, or you don't know either.
either. I don't know either.
Okay. Okay. All right. And
Ugh.
like as a little tagline on that, like, did it ever get back to her that there was a rap song about? Like, not that she was there. I just mean like, is she was she ever aware of it?
I think she might be. I'm not sure though.
Okay. All right. Um. Oh boy. Um. Man, Alex is he's a real lightning
He's a
rod
real
here.
vindictive son of a bitch. He's a
And
real
also,
vindictive son of a bitch.
I know Alex didn't love them hoes. You know what I
No.
mean? So, ooh, that's. I'm going to ask you to eliminate two for me, please. I have to. That's all I got. I have to.
Uh, Bird. Okay, we're gonna eliminate Bach, and we're gonna eliminate Tom.
I thought you were going to say Bell there. I think the answer is Alex. I'm going with Alex Lavelle. I'm going with Alex Lavelle wrote a rap song about
Burn.
his dead mom.
Here, here's the deal. You are correct, but this is what I did for you. Okay, myself, Belle, Tom, and Alex all wrote the rap song about my ex's dead mom. And John Bell's line was so good that I remember it to this day. And it's been referenced on this show before
So wait,
because
so Bach was the only incorrect answer
Bach
to this
was the
question.
only incorrect one. Yes.
Oh, you tried to fucking
I
dare me,
really
you
would
son of a
have.
bitch.
If
You,
you would have guessed Bach,
you
you
son of
would
a
never.
bitch.
You'd be so dirt dog dicked. It would have dirt
Oh,
dog dicked your life.
oh my god, I never would have. It's a good thing that that happened because I never would have
You
recovered
would
from that.
never pick Bach ever again
I
if I
never would have
fucking
recovered.
no. So
Okay, wait.
you're
Anyway, back to Bell's line.
okay. So I talked about this previously on the show years ago, before even like in the first 100 episodes. Mind you, we are coming up on episode 500, FYI. But
Insane.
within the first 100 episodes, we had Marine Master Sergeant Marine Recon Master Sergeant Nicolante on the show, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I wrote him a letter while he was in Afghanistan when we were 18, right? And in the letter I wrote him, I had mentioned how we got stoned and came up with this rap about my ex because he knew her because we all went to school together,
Sure.
right? And then I told when he came on the show, he still had my letter that I had wrote him all those
Incredible.
years ago, and
No, I'm starting to remember this.
he read the letter on the show,
Yeah.
and dude lost it when he was coming up with this. But it reminded me. So this is what it was. So the
How
chorus or the
can I ask you how long after you broke up with her did you write this rap song?
we were still kind of like banging.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
it's
Yeah.
just a thing where it's like you're with your pals and everyone fucking wants to be, we were all
That's,
high and everyone wants to be gay and fucking dumb and
yeah,
whatever.
for sure. For sure.
Right. It was just, fun, dumb shit. You know what I mean? So we were all stoned and we just started coming with a rap. And the rap was, I don't even think we broke up. I think we were just fighting. And like the refrain of the rap was, the yoke's on you, bitch. Because I had recently egged her house.
Oh, I know this story too.
Yeah, I egged
God
her
damn it.
house on her dad's birthday. And I egged her house on her dad's birthday, and I called her saying, I set my alarm clock for like 7 in the morning, right? I'd egged her house the night before, set my alarm clock for 7 in the morning, called her and said, "You fucking bitch, you egged my fucking house. Fuck you, you stupid fucking bitch. Don't ever fucking talk to me again. You're a fucking cunt. You're a piece of shit. How could you egg my fucking house? We were so good to you. Like, why would you do that to my fucking mom?" Right? And hung up on her. And then she calls me back. No, no, someone egged my house. No, no. I was like, fuck you. Don't fucking lie to me. Right? Like, and she never, like, she was so I got away with it. Right? You know what I mean? You know? You know what I mean? Yeah, And then, so after doing that and telling everybody, we wrote a rap song called "The Yoke's on You, Bitch." And so the refrain would be, "The yoke's on you, bitch. The yoke's on you, bitch." Right? Like the joke's on you, the yoke's on you, bitch.
No,
Right?
I get it. I'm just digesting the rest of the story. Because it was your dad who had to hose it off on
Dude, we fucking smoked the house too. Dude, I was working at Vinny's at the time, so I guess we were like 19 maybe. Because I remember I got home from work and Alex was like, "Bro, let's fucking egg that bitch's house tonight." And it was like me, Alex, Sweet Mama Cheesecake, Rocco DeFinis, and I mean, statute of
the
limitations
murderers row.
passed. Yeah,
You had a
pulled up
murderers
and
row
just
of Lansdale
fucking
assassins there.
right? Just fucking wasted a dozen on her house, right?
And
And
then, like any good tale of battle, you need a bard to come in and create a
we had
song
to wrap it
about
up.
it.
We had to wrap it up, Daddy. So
Any
the
lyrics you
rap,
have, I'll take right now.
the okay. So I forget mine. Mine was something about like banger in the ass or whatever, right? Whatever.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
then Tom's was something dumb. Alex's was something dumb. But Bell, I remember Bell saying like, "How mean can we be?" And we were like, "Dude, there's no limit here. Like, as low as you want to go, go. We want the dirtiest, lowest thing."
We're trying to see the worst thing that we can say out loud.
So Bell's line was, "Had a half dozen, looking to misbehave. After we hit your house, we stopped by your mom's grave. The yoke's on you, bitch. The yoke's on you, bitch."
I really should guess Bell. I'm glad you set me up so that I could actually get a W here. But
Yeah,
oh my god, dude,
yeah. The yoke's on you, bitch. So
yokes
there you
on
go.
you.
This is fucking great. Burn, that does it for Who That Dude. That was fucking great. Who That Dude was fucking great. But you know what else is fucking great?
I think you're about to tell me, Matt.
I sure am. Interior. Ancient, dusty library. Night. Moonlight streams through a cracked stained glass window, illuminating towering shelves of forgotten tomes. Elara, a witch in her 30s, her hands glowing with faint protective energy, stands opposite Kai, a wizard in his 30s, his face contorted with desperate fury, a powerful but unstable spell building in his hands.
Hi, stop. You don't understand the price. This spell, it will consume you.
Keep it quiet, Elara. I understand perfectly. This is the only way to save her, to bring her back.
No, she wouldn't want this. She would want you to sacrifice yourself, to tear a hole in reality.
Then her last words, they were a lie. Cause she promised me a forever. And a forever was stolen from us. I will not let it stand.
You'll destroy everything. The veil between the worlds is too thin here. You'll bring down not just this library, but the entire city. Is that what you want?
Oh, it doesn't matter what I want, but I'll tell you this. I will burn 1,000 worlds if it means bringing her back. She is all that matters.
No, Kai. I matter. You matter. She wouldn't want this.
You pathetic fool, Alara. You don't know what you would want. And besides, it's already too late. And scene. Thank you, everybody, for watching another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Burn Podcasty, and in case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content and all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you this incredible content. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks. See ya!